Jenna Fisher says young Office fans often tell her she looks like an older version of Pam. We are seeing preventable mass deaths in the United States. Do you support Medicare for all right now? I don't know why you are tweeting this like some sort of gotcha, but I'm a co-sponsor of the bill. Another successful musician instantly becomes a political expert. One does not have to be an honors grad in political science from Harvard University to recognize the unethical and inhumane nature of this administration, but well, I happen to be an honors grad in political science from Harvard University, so I can confirm that for you. Some guy made an 11-hour response to my Joker video. Oh my god. Holy shit. Someone said something I don't agree with, so it must be about the video I made. Okay. I thought it might be a response to me because they put my face in the thumbnail and titled it Response to Jenny Nicholson. At the cafe where I'm writing, the people next to me were disagreeing about the origins of men in bulk, and I said if you'd like, I could clear that up for you, and one responded, I'm sorry, we do not need an old white male's mansplaination. So I apologized, and that was that. At rental car agency, can't find my name on the monitor to find my car. Go inside and wait in line. Finally get to the front. Agent sees me and says, you really are Tony Hawk. Me, yes. I was looking for my name outside on the list. Then I deleted it because I thought it was fake. Why did we all bust our races getting Democrats selected to the presidency and in control of both houses of Congress if they can't do a simple thing like raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour? Maybe you should run for office and make it happen instead of Twitter raging. Just a thought. Bill Clinton put me in charge of getting the minimum wage increased in 1996, and despite the fact that the Senate and House were both under Republican control, we did it. Maybe you should join me in Twitter raging right now. Once arrived at an event and they barred my way and were nasty with it. Do you have a ticket? No, I don't. Then you'll have to leave. It's sold out. You can't come in. If I leave, then so does everyone else, as they've all paid to hear me speak. Red faces all round. At Tilly's with my daughter, waiting for her by dressing room, mask on. Guy folding clothes nearby. Anyone tell you that you look like Tony Hawk? Me, looking over, expecting sarcasm but realizing he's serious. You have no idea. Him, that's cool. He's cool. Me, thanks. Him, huh. 3 different people boarding this plane, in 3 different ways, have told me that I look like Tony Hawk as they walked by my seat. My wife turned to me after the last one and said, you started it. To clarify, each person was joking, but unaware that they were redundant. I often think fondly of the stranger on the subway who saw me playing a game on my phone and told me to read a ducking book, not knowing at the time I was a full-time book reviewer. Like, I wonder what he's up to, or who else he's bothering. This reminds me of when I asked Twitter for their favorite games on the phone. A long fight, and people told me that I should try these things called books. Reading. Ever heard of it? New York Times best-selling author Celeste Ng. The sobering difference between watching Avatar in its time versus seeing it now is that life in America looks and feels a lot like life in the Fire Nation as I, Katara, Sokka, Toph, and eventually Zuko experience it. It is a place addicted to its increasingly hollow sense of greatness and even superiority, steered by a leader more concerned with his own glory than caring for his people. Avatar: The Last Airbender remains one of the purest portrayals of fighting fascism on modern TV. Just let people enjoy the show. Stop trying to make it into some political circus, especially because it wasn't created to be a political tool. It's a damn kids show. Figure it out. Just had someone try and explain a task to me by taking me through the official documentation via Zoom screen share. Documentation that I wrote and has my name on. Christians and Muslims are brothers and sisters, and we must act as such. Why don't you ask Muslims to convert to Christianity? Please read John 14 verse 6. Did you seriously just ask the Pope to read the Bible? getting a cappuccino today and barista says, did anyone ever tell you that you look just like Tom Morello? I say all the time. He says, I'll bet. I order my coffee. He says, what's the name? I say, Tom. He says, your name is Tom too? That's crazy. I'm like, it sure is. Someone just told me on my own Instagram page to give credit to the maker of the videos. My videos. Give credit to me. Me as the video maker man. Lady in public lane. You're very good at swimming, you know. Me. Thanks. Lady. No, seriously. You should try and do a trial with the county club. Me. Well, I actually went to a couple of Olympics. Lady. Me too. Which sports did you manage to get tickets for? Kid on the street. Are you white? Me. Nope. Kid. Yeah, you are. I'm the biggest Office fan. Can I get a pic? Me. What's my name? Kid. I don't know. Me. Walking off. Then you're not the biggest Office fan. Come on, media. You can do it. Get more people to vote for you. You are literally the media. With all due respect, this is pathetic. Ahem. You have nano in your BO. That is 100% synonymous with bullshit. She is an actual laboratory scientist and PhD candidate, Ellen. Tonight the bartender addressed me as Miss. I responded, actually, it's Doctor. We had rapport, I wasn't just being a nut. He responded to me, oh, you can call me Doctor if you want to. Turns out he has a PhD in theoretical astrophysics, so I'm never using that line again. My aunt just met young thug in the mall. So my aunt went to the store down in Georgia and said to this young man, pull your pants up. The man says, do you know who I am? She says, no. Take a picture with me and show your grandkids. Kid at skate park. Are you Tony Hawk? Me. I am. Him. No, you're not. Me. Okay, I'm not. Him. But are you? For real? Me. I am. For real. Him. I thought you'd look younger. Me. Me too. Every night before bed I study a picture of Tony Hawk, so that if I ever run into him in public I will not be one of those people. Thanks for letting us know. Mind sharing your channel URL so we can check this further? Keep us posted. Thanks for looking into this. Your channel may be lacking context about the creative value you're adding to make the content unique. We recommend changing your overall content strategy and reapply in 30 days to send your channel for a new review. Check out best practices here. I literally composed the soundtrack that I'm hosting on YouTube. It's not reused. I'm the original creator and owner. You're denying me the right to monetize the first original uploads of my own soundtrack. Am I missing something here? At a skate park, older dude outside the fence sees me and yells, heckles, do a kickflip. So I did one. He then turns to his friend and says, holy shit, he actually did it. Active military is safer. If you call a marine a soldier you'll get an earful. Soldier is specific to the army. Lol, it's not that serious. As a marine that lol. I mean, I figured the 8 years I spent in the USMC as a rifleman would qualify me to have an opinion. Tomorrow PlayStation 5 is revealed. I'll be making an appearance on the live stream. Hehe, I'm so nervous lol. I own from childhood, NES, GameCube, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Game Boy, PlayStation 1 and 2, Xbox 360 or 1, Wii or Switch. Started PC gaming in 7th grade, worked at GameStop, made a career streaming games over 6 years, signed a contract with YouTube Gaming. I think I can turn the console one. Why the duck they inviting irrelevant people who have no correlation to console gaming whatsoever to promoting, or whatever the duck she gon' do. Like why even accept the offer if you don't know how to turn the PS on? Italy down to only 190 Cupid cases yesterday after their insane outbreak. France down to 81. Spain around 330. The USA 33,399. Bird-brained nation. Do you realize the size of those countries compared to the US? I work in data engineering. Yes, I understand ratios. France and Italy have about 20% the USA population and 0.24% and 0.5% of the cases respectively. They are also far more densely populated countries, where people can spread it easier. Can any US lawyer following confirm this? 18 U.S.C. 1752 A1 and C1A make it a federal crime to enter or remain in the White House without the lawful authority to do so. Yes. Hello. I'm a US lawyer. You're the asshole. I don't care for this situation much. You are the one going out of your way to garrus this girl and acting like an asshole the whole way through this. You demand to be respected, but don't give any respect to your boyfriend's family. To be honest, it reads like he would be better off getting back with his ex than staying with someone who is clearly a narcissist with trust issues. Oh wow, I'm a narcissist. Where did you get your psychology degree from? The University of Bristol, where I'm currently doing my PhD. Only bought one because of Renee Shumay. Who's that? I'm the public relations or marketing specialist at Ascension. I work with you. Haha. Excessive use of face masks causes fungal and bacterial pneumonia. I would advise against medical advice unless you are a trained medical professional. A lot of harm can be done. Are you saying they can't? Miss Medical Professional? Bacteria, viruses, and fungi are what causes pneumonia. Poor hygiene can increase infection risk. That's always been true. And it's Dr. Olson. What? You know Hamilton the play is fiction, right? It's a creative interpretation of history, not the real history. Twice today, I saw people wearing Blink 182 t-shirts and said hey cool shirt, and got looked at like yeah whatever you old space garbage. The first dude glanced at me confusedly, looked down at his shirt, and goes oh yeah. Just saw them in concert last night and walked away. Kudos to the art team that can create with this fidelity for 30 plus hours of gameplay. Well, actually you can make that scene with mega scans alone. Almost. Yay, try to make a 30-hour game with mega scans. Let me know how that goes. Weirdly, I'm a medical school professor and retired military doctor who's lectured numerous times on this exact subject. You seem a little naive of what a bioweapon might consist of. And the award for existential crisis goes to that guy at the Oscars. Looks like Tony Hawk. This guy at the Oscars looks a lot like Tony Hawk. To the guy sitting on the audience at the Oscars, has anyone ever told you you look kind of like Tony Hawk? There's a guy at the Oscars who looks a lot like Tony Hawk. Hey look, there's a guy that looks like Tony Hawk at the Oscars. Actually, it's Dr. Science Expert. Show me where the virus was proven to exist and be contagious, Miss Science Expert. Somebody told me that, because I don't go outside and clap, I should spend a day on the front line as a nurse and find out what it's like. Found their reaction quite funny when I let them know I'm in fact a nurse. Joe Rogan is telling his followers to embrace the sauna because discomfort is your friend. Sorry, but no. A discomforting sauna is usually just poor ventilation. Take it easy, drink plenty of water, leave when you feel uncomfortable, and maybe just use properly designed saunas. It's unpleasant because it's so heat. The point of a sauna is for it to get heat, which is uncomfortable. Have you ever been in a sauna? I own 5 saunas myself, export saunas for a living, and I'm currently writing a book about saunas. So, yes. Historically, temperatures were never so high, but even when they are today, I don't recommend embracing discomfort as health advice. I don't want another pointless war in the Middle East, but one thing has to be clear. You don't duck with the United States of America. That shit flies under Obama, but not real Donald Trump. You're 27 years old, Tommy. I'm sure you'd enlist, right? You're such an outspoken patriot who loves this country. Should be no problem to serve in uniform, right? Charlotte, would you enlist? Sweetie, I already served 6 years in the US Army and carried many caskets of those killed in pointless selfish wars. It's why folks like you and Tommy annoy the hell out of me. You have no idea what's at stake, or you simply don't care. However, even without that recent incidents, the biological principles for separation into men's and women's categories in sport are so strong that to overturn it requires exceptional incidents. Are you a biologist? Are you a scientist? Have you got a PhD? Published a paper in a peer-reviewed journal? If not, then shut the duck up. Yes, 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 and yes. Never ever name your child after fictional characters whose arcs are not completed. Why is everyone all of a sudden talking about character arcs like they're a film critic with a minor in creative writing? I don't know. I'm talking about them like I'm a TV and screenwriter for 15 years. You know, in Futurama where Zoidberg scuttles out of a room clicking his claws? That's me right now, backing out of this with no dignity left. You can never go wrong with a Zoidberg gif. Tried my hand at TikTok. This one struck a nerve. Vaccines don't cause autism. Educate yourself, woman. I did. Thanks. 4 years of college. 4 years of medical school. 3 years of pediatric residency. 13 years of clinical practice. Instead of wearing a poppy, we should wear our shame, because as a human race, we've learned nothing since 1918. Harry, brave young men died, so that 8 jots, like you would have the freedom to spout your rubbish. Be more respectful. This is a picture of me in 1941 in my RAF uniform. So as we used to say in the services, duck off, hotler. One time I was doing stand up, and this guy came up to me after, and was like, "You're pretty good, but you definitely stole one of your jokes from a viral tweet, which is lame." It was my viral tweet. My grandparents bought the first plot on a new estate before the roads were named. When they moved in, they were amused to find it was the same as their surname. Later they were joking with a rep from the sales company thanking them for naming it after them. He laughed at the coincidence, but explained that the council had actually named the roads after ex-mayors, and that this was a bit controversial as it was the only Labour mayor that the town had ever had. "Really?" said my granddad, the former Labour councillor and mayor. In the elevator. "Woman, whose lab are you in?" "Me, mine." "Woman, no, I mean who is the professor's lab of the lab?" "Me, I am." "Woman, in what professor's lab?" "Me, the Columbus lab, and I'm Columbus." "Oh please, you're the expert on foreign affairs now, are you? Stick to feminism." I was a reporter, including for EUTA's news agency, in the Middle East for 10 years, and I've been writing ops on the region, including for the New York Times and Washington Post, since 2001. So yes, I'm an expert, and you can duck off. The consensus of qualified doctors and biomedical scientists is that the best way to protect your family is to get vaccinated. Vaccines protect your community. I'd suggest you do more research. The vax is not the way to protect yourself, your family, or anyone else. Glenn, I have a PhD in immunology and have published actual research. What are you suggesting I do? Google? I have never retweeted you before today. Thank you for this logic in a world of emotion. Congrats on not having emotions. Must be nice, Tim. Rob, you're a comedian with a cyanide and happiness character as your profile picture. Stap. It might be because he made cyanide and happiness. Leave him alone. People often respond to emotions instead of data. I asked some guy last night if he was a soccer fan or just came to the Austin FC game cause it was the place to be. His response, "Do you know the men's national team? I'm the coach." Wow. I was there Saturday evening for a pumpkin roll Arctic swirl. My favorite ice cream place around. Yes, honey, I was there with you. Love you. Haha. Oops. Hi husband. Not a lawyer, but my dad is a physician and is sometimes called as a professional witness in cases of malpractice. In one memorable case, a family was suing a doctor for something fairly frivolous, and my dad was a witness for the defense. The lawyer representing the family was cross-examining my dad and brought up a chapter in a medical textbook and asked my dad to read a highlighted paragraph. He does. And the lawyer says something to the effect of, so, what you just read means blah blah medical thing. My dad confidently replied, no, it does not mean that. Lawyer, no, but if you read XYZ, the author clearly states blah blah medical thing. Dad, no, really, that's not what the author means. Lawyer, how do you know that's not what the author meant? Dad, well, because I wrote it. Judge basically facepalmed while the lawyer mimicked a goldfish and stared at the author name on the chapter. Basically the best moment of my dad's professional life. Yes, ruling was in the defendant's favor. I posted this looking for empathy and real advice, not mansplaining. Please don't try to tell me what my situation is when you've only read 3 brief paragraphs about it. Give me real legal advice or nothing. I have a counter proposal. You can cram your presumption of my gender up your ace along with your demands from attorneys offering free advice, and I'll lock and remove your post instead. This is my first comment ever on YouTube. You guys should feel honored. And who the duck are you? Jonathan Stevens. It says it right there. You illiterate duck. Hello Damien. I'm a reporter for The Guardian. Is this your video? Could we use it with full credit to you? Lol, I'm a reporter with The Guardian. So I guess you can use it. Sometimes I just want to punch Java in the face. Learn it and you'll never want to use anything else. I'm a computer science professor. I've taught a dozen programming classes that use Java. I know it. Thanks. Kid at skate park. As I arrive. You are good skater? Me. Sometimes. Tim, you ever been here? Me. No. Tim, you travel a lot. Me. Yes. Perhaps too much. Tim, are you a YouTuber? Me. No. I'm just a skater and a dad. Tim, wanna see me do a jump? Me. Absolutely. And I then shot this pic. Follow up, I asked him his name, and he said Irving. I told him my name is Tony, to which he replied sarcastically like Tony Hawk haha. And then he left.